Yo, what's good? It's the underdog of the underground, Krash Williams, and behind me I have my workstation for all things creativity, mainly visual stuff behind me, yeah, I'm just going to talk you guys through a little bit of the behind the scenes, or the process of what happened with Struggle Rapper. That's pretty much it, so let's get into it.
My heart warms for this art form. It's past all, part sparked up an arsenal. The other half so harsh when it harms you. Punch to your mouth like you're out on a bar crawl. Yeah.
So it was shot over 2 days, primarily outside, and the reason why it took 2 days or most of the day is basically because weather. First of all, the weather was trash.
Day one filming Struggle Rapper. We out here. What you saying, Krash?
Yo, man, you know what they say, man. Rain, hail, snow, we still go. Simple as that. To get from one location to another, it's pretty tricky. Just in terms of moving the kit around. It was shot by Dogg, directed by myself, and co-directed by Dogg. And whenever I do shoots, scout the location, do a recce, and make sure that everything is how I need it to be, especially if I'm going into certain places like the laundrette, for example. I needed to make sure that it was like as dead as possible in there, because obviously you can't really, when you're trying to use guerrilla tactics, you got to be very, very careful, and also you got to make sure that people aren't trying to sabotage your shit. You just need like 20 seconds.
Okay.
It was shot with a Canon 60D. In terms of editing, I use Premiere Pro, Photoshop, After Effects, and the premise of the music video is just me kind of going through regular day-to-day life, and there's subtle things in there that I really, really want to talk about. There's like little Easter eggs of things that I manipulated throughout the whole thing. So certain signage I've changed and I've kind of altered, and how I did that was I used static shots. So when I say static, I mean, I kept the camera still, and those were the easiest to kind of really manipulate, because then I'd use a static image, go into Photoshop, manipulate the image, and then, go into After Effects and add it on top, and obviously make sure that it's blended and graded correctly and all that stuff to make sure that it looks really, really cool. And yeah, it was just that real subtle thing that kind of adds to the fact that, this is a person who's going through a lot of self-reflection and, a lot of hardship. And I thought it would add something interesting to essentially a guy just walking to do his laundry.
Alright, no one really wants to get punched in the face. No one really does, but for the benefit of the scene, we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. Alright, ready? Huh? You and Dorothy? Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Punch to your mouth like you're out on a bar crawl. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that was quite interesting in this video was the talking portrait. Now, how I did that was, initially I was going to try and just manipulate the mouth, but in the original picture, my mouth isn't open. So, when I did that, it didn't really look too good. But being that it's a picture of myself, what I did was I did a quick iPhone video of myself spitting the lyrics, and then I manipulated that and basically superimposed it on the top and put pins on the face, because really I didn't want the body to move too much on the portrait or the face to move too much on the portrait, but I wanted the cheeks to move ever so slightly so it looks a little bit more creepy but still quite realistic as well, just in that sort of weird sort of, I don't know, spooky way.
Yo man, out here in this cold.
Cold. It's cold.
I appreciate you, man. So what is this, a new piece of kit?
It is. Shiny. It's new.
Nice.
One of the trickiest parts for me was, trying to get the bus signage up, because I walked right past it. And so the original signage that was there was, you know, some white couple, and I wanted to change that, and I wanted to make it something that was a little bit more, I don't know, melanated, but also just because of the words I was talking about, you know, it makes reference to the fact that I'm talking about wrapped up, and, you know, there's a woman with a head wrap, and it's kind of like this mock-up movie. You know what, someone should do a documentary on head wraps if they haven't already, you know. Yeah, I'd watch that. I think I would watch that, you know. It says declined on this. Perfect. Another cool part was the underwater stuff. So the underwater stuff was not too difficult. You know, we used the iPhone, my brand new iPhone at the time, and just put it in one of those pouches, and yeah, just put it underneath the water, shook up the water a little bit so it looked like it was my eyes, and just let the rest do its thing. In terms of the angles and everything else, I'm a big guy. I can't lie to you, to fit all the way in the tub like that, yeah, it just wasn't gonna happen, innit? But we did it, and we made it look, you know, really, really authentic, and yeah, that was pretty much it, you know. Yeah, can you see my legs?
No, nothing. It's literally from here, man. Sorry, dude.
My nostrils all open and shit.
Bro, because the water didn't seal your nostril, like it didn't break completely.
But it's not even cold now, though.
Sorry, dude.
Right. Oh.
When you're ready, I don't want to traumatize you, alright?
Okay.
Right now I'm trying to pay the rent, few years mortgage and Benz. I'm a struggle rapper.
I wasn't trying to do something that was over glossy or something that would, you know, alienate my up and coming peers. It was more just something that, you know, was done in a slick way, but done in a relatable way. So big up to everyone involved, and if you haven't seen it already, Struggle Rapper is out now. Make sure you follow all of the people involved. I'm gonna put their information down below. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or whether you're watching this on Instagram, the information will be there, so safe.